So there's another question. P and Q are 2 points. The coordinates of P are -1, comma 6, and Q is 5, comma -4. Find an equation of the perpendicular bisector of PQ. Give your answer in so and so form where A, B, and C are integers. Okay. Firstly, when you are bisecting something, so it's getting divided into two. So let's name this point M. So PM is equal to MQ, right? First, you have to find the midpoint of P and Q. What does that come to? That comes to 5 plus minus 1. So that's 4 over 2. So 5 plus minus 1 over 2. So basically the average of these two, 5 plus minus 1 over 2, and minus 4 plus 6 over 2. So what does that come to? It comes to 5 plus minus 1 becomes 5 minus 1, which is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So 2 comma 1. Right, so this point is 2 comma 1, the point M. Okay, now we are drawing a perpendicular bisector from here. So let's say the bisector is drawn here below. Okay. Just for the sake of clarification, we've drawn it bottom. Now let's name this point MR. Okay, let's name this line MR, the perpendicular bisector. Now we know one thing, that if let's say first we find the gradient of PQ. Okay, so the gradient of PQ, line PQ, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, PQ gradient. So that comes to, let's take this as y2. So minus 4 minus and y1 is 6. So minus 4 minus 6 over 5 minus minus 1, 5 minus minus 1. So that becomes minus 10 over 6 or minus 5 over 3. Right? So that is the gradient of PQ. Now, if we know that MR is perpendicular, we know MR is perpendicular bisector to PQ, right? So, for what does that mean? It passes through the midpoint 2 comma 1, right? This line MR, and the slope of this MR multiplied by the slope of this will be equal to -1, right? So, MR gradient multiplied by PQ gradient, right, will be equal to -1. So we have got the gradient of PQ as minus 5 by 3. So we can find MR gradient by doing minus 1 divided by PQ gradient. And what does that come out to? That comes out to 3 over 5. Right. Now we've got the gradient also. So let me just make some space. What we can do is we can straight up put the point slope form equation. We can do y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. This is the point slope form. Okay, point slope equation. So we know in this case our y1 and x1 is the coordinates of the point M. Okay, so we can say that x1 is 2 and y1 is 1, right? And M is the gradient of this line MR, which has come to 3 over 5, right? So y minus 1 is equal to 3 over 5 times x minus 2. So you can take this over here, it becomes 5y minus 5 is equal to 3x minus 6. Bring everything on this side, so 0 is equal to 3x minus 5y plus 5 minus 6, that comes to 3x minus 5y minus 1 equals to 0. So you have got the equation of the perpendicular bisector, and it is in the form ax plus by plus c, where you can see that a is 3, b is minus 5, and c is -1, right? So this is the